G'day, I'm Andrew Kennedy and this is Campfire Conversations. You know, we love calling into small communities and chatting to the locals. In fact, we reckon all caravanners and campers should make an effort to ask a local. Call into a bakery, a pub, a servo, or maybe a general store. Buy something. Ask a local about the area. Any nearby landmarks or favourite camping spots? Well, we did this a while ago when we caught up with some friends in the southeast of South Australia. The small community had gathered for a quiet beverage or three and a few laughs. Not a lot of tourist spots here, but there was one landmark that isn't open to the general public. But we managed an invitation, a few more beverages and lots of laughs. And I managed to record this conversation. We've called into a little town just out of road, a little community called Greenways, just to catch up with some friends that have recently moved there. And the community were having a bit of a gathering that night, just to get together, and it was fantastic meeting all the locals. We met Deb and Bruce, and in the conversation, Bruce started to tell me about the Lair. Now, I'm thinking, a bloke with Larry clothes, all sorts of stuff, because he's that sort of bloke. You could see him in a floral shirt. And I met Bruce. Now, mate, tell me about the Lair. How did this start?
Well, it started because we all like having a beer down here.
Well, yes, apparently.
And we got sick of sitting out when it rains. It rains a fair bit down here in the southeast, so I thought, well, got to build something so we can have a beer in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it started off as it, now we're sitting in it looking at it, as I said, it started off, just made it up as we went along, would be more to the point, and then it started off as a carport, and then put a trailer and so forth in it, and the main thing, it had to have a big fireplace.
Absolutely, look at that.
And you have to be able to put a fence post in without splitting it or cutting it, just throw her in, John.
Bit of memorabilia you've gathered.
Yes, yeah, from just on our travels around and what people have bought, come in and have a few beers and next time they come back they bring something.
Yeah.
The hats, they're all come from guys that have been here having a beer and left their hat actually.
So you said you've travelled over the years. I know you said you've managed farms and stuff, which we'll maybe chat about really quickly in a minute. But travelling, what sort of places have you been around Australia?
I've been around Australia 3 times.
Have you really?
I have, yeah. Started when I was 18.
Yeah.
18. Left West Australia with a Sandman panel van.
Oh, of course.
3 cartons of beer and about $500.
And was Deb on the scene then?
No.
I was just wondering, yeah.
No. She was about the third lap I picked Deb up.
That's fantastic. So you've been around, so you've seen a few places, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what got you into maybe a bit of the managing of the farming side of stuff through the work that you gathered on the way?
Oh no, I'd already done ag school and that before that. I've always brought up on the land. That's all I know is farming.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I can't do much else than farming.
Yeah.
So that just helped when I got here. I thought, if you can't make $1 here in the southeast, well, we'll give up.
There you go. But you didn't. You've worked. You've worked the land quite a bit, I hear.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah. That's fantastic, and you're still doing it.
Yes, yeah, for another couple of about 3 more years, I reckon.
You reckon?
I hope so.
Yeah. The body hanging in there still?
That's
it.
Yeah.
So the Sandman was fine, but that then progressed to what? What'd you get to travel in as you were going?
Hell. They're always panel vans, they were, back in those days.
Did you have Did you have the glued on surfboard on top?
No, mine you could untake. It wasn't bolted. We used to did surf back a little bit back then. Yeah. Yes.
Best surf beaches you've been to in Australia?
Cactus.
Yeah, that's
on the way. On the way over. A lot down Albany, Denmark, down that area over the west. Yeah. And up here, just anywhere you get a surf up on the Queensland coast. Yeah. And that's where we went broke up there. Too much surfing and not enough work.
Too much surfing, not enough working.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So you've travelled around. I noticed you got a caravan out there. How long have you had that one?
7 or 8 years now, I suppose. Yeah.
And you like that? You like,
Yeah, that was. Yeah. No, yeah. It was 2009 we bought that.
Yeah.
We took off in that to go. That was our gap year, yeah.
Oh, sorry. What's your gap year? What's that
The
about?
gap year. Well, the kids come home from school and said they weren't going to get a job. They were going to have a gap year.
Oh, that's nice.
Bloody lovely, I thought. And I thought, I came home from work one day and I said to Debbie, well, I'm having a gap year too.
Bought a caravan and off you went.
Exactly. Good enough for them, it's good enough for us.
Where did you go? Where'd you go?
We went up to, we were going to go straight up the guts of Australia
Yeah.
to Darwin. But on the way up, we called in at Port Augusta, just out of Port Augusta, with a shearing team, which I knew,
At Carrawaloo.
Carrawaloo Station. And that's where, what was made at Carrawaloo, that movie?
Sunday Too Far
Yeah,
Away.
Sunday Too Far Away was made there.
Okay.
Anyway, cut a long story short, Debbie ended up cooking for the shearers with Colleen, and I ended up rouseabouting. So we were going to stay for 2 days, ended up 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And cashed us up with money there, a bit more money, which we had enough anyhow, but yeah, and then just headed up. Took our time, stopped at all the touristy places on the way up. Spent too much money, obviously, drunk too much beer, but that was part of the holiday. Got to Darwin, booked in, we'd already pre-booked. Stayed there we'd booked in for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I said, no, I've got to stay longer. So we booked in for another 2 weeks. So we spent a month in Darwin, and then went from Darwin down to Catherine, and then across into the west, Kununurra. And we're going to get a job there. Plenty of work at Kununurra. There was back in the just driving tractors. They were opening up all that third stage of the sandalwood trees.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could have, but it was too hot. I couldn't handle the heat. That was the only reason I never stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was plenty of work. Yeah.
So that's going back quite a few years.
About a week.
09.
09.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so you travelled back, came straight back to Greenways, or did you deviate somewhere else?
No, pretty well straight home because we had to start. Before I left, I'd teed up with that shearing team. That's when I was going to go panning up. And then I started with them, it was about October. Yeah, 10 stand sheds penning up. We did that for a season.
Okay. And then you became the mayor of Greenways, is that right?
Not quite by then. Who left to get the mayor? You've got to be here for a few years to get the mayor. Steve left and I took over. Yeah, that'll do.
Sorry, so you really did?
The mayor?
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
I was mucking about.
No, mate. No, obviously. No.
Did you have to work your way up like a councillor, or
No,
you
it's
just straight up? Did you?
After you've been here for 30 years, well, you just kind of nominate yourself. Either someone dies or leaves, so it's next in line.
How many people live in Greenways?
Oh, hell, you've got me. There's about 6 or so. Oh, actually, there's
8 now.
There's 8 now, and if there's any more, I'll have to move out soon.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
And I got to say, we've come down to the Lair, we've come to have a look, and this is fantastic. And I bet you've had some fun times here.
Oh, yes.
Yes?
Yes, we've had some good parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had, and some I don't really want to talk about, but we've had some, it's been good.
Shearing cutouts.
Shearing, we've had some good shearing cutouts here,
Yeah. And you've got a family as well, so you've had some parties and bits
Yeah,
and
we've had
pieces.
21st,
Yeah.
70th,
Yeah.
50th,
Yeah.
18.
the 18th and the 17th. Well, they were the ones with
They were the
kids.
big ones.
They were the big ones. Yeah, they were the big ones.
I noticed there was a town hall. Someone's bought it down the road.
Yeah,
But there was a town hall down.
Yeah,
down
that's
here.
it. Yeah.
Tell me what used to happen in the town hall.
Oh, we dinner dances.
Dinner
back
dances.
in the we'd
Yeah.
always every year we'd have a dinner dance.
Yeah.
And just everyone back those days there were people. You'd go 10 mile up the road and you'd run into 5 houses, 5 families.
Yeah.
Now you go 10 mile and you see one house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we had all them. We had the most popular one we had was a Dead Ringer Band.
Oh, yeah. Heard of it. Hang on, wasn't that Chambers?
That's
Casey
Chambers, yeah. When they were at Beachport, we
Yeah.
rang them up to see if they'd like to come and play. And that was Bill and Diane.
Yeah.
Di. Yeah, and they sung on the stage there at the Greenways Hall. and it was a good night, and their daughter, Casey, would have been only, I'll say, between 8 and 10.
Yeah.
And she got up and sung a song with her parents, and now look at Casey Chambers. She's
Fantastic.
cut her teeth at Greenways Hall.
That's fantastic. Mate, and you know what? We called in, as I said, there was a bit of community last night, having a barbie. There was Stewie next door. I met him and a few other people. A couple of people are managing some farms. They've only been here just recently. What's community mean to you?
Oh, you've got to have it.
Yeah.
You have to have it, yeah. I mean, we had a very strong community going back, say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But as I said before, neighbour buys out neighbour, and there's no new blood coming into the town, you know, into the area, the district. And that's what happened. That's why the shop shut.
Right.
That's why the church closed. You know, they just run out of people. So now, there's a lot of young kids coming back into the area.
I noticed that last night. There were some young folks, farming.
Coming back into the area through mainly Canetta, which is a big station down here, or big farm, they call it a station, but yeah. So hopefully, you know, it all goes ahead again. Yeah, it's like anything. It all goes around the circle, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You think back when 20 years ago there were kids here catching school buses and stuff like that. Well, it mightn't get to that again, but at least it'll get some more people back involved in the community. Yeah.
Well, Greenways doesn't have facilities. It's got a telephone. Have you ever seen a telephone box lately? I reckon it's amazing. It's one of the only telephone boxes I've ever seen in South Australia for ages.
I think you're dead correct. Yeah, and that does get used a fair bit from shearers use it a fair bit.
Right.
Yeah, well, okay. Mobile service out here isn't the greatest either.
No. Well,
but it does get used,
That's all right. Bruce and Deb, you know what, Deb's sitting over there having a giggle every now and then, and it's lovely to meet you both. And congratulations on what you've done here in the Lair and what you do for the community as well, mate. I take my hat off to you. Good on you.
No, thanks very much. Yeah.
Bruce and his wife Deb were so nice to invite us into their home. Yes, the day continued. The only thing we didn't get to see was the huge fireplace in action. Oh well, what an excuse for a return. Maybe another campfire conversation in the making. I'm Andrew Kennedy. Catch you next time.